Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off and running from Landover. Bucky Irving now to return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
First down, here's Baker. That's complete, Mike Evans. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. On target to Godwin. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's going to be caught by Evans. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. 3rd down, here's Mayfield. That's caught for the first. And he's got enough to move the sticks. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Irving finds the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Come on.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Commanders will have a first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Ready.
Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Daniels. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Kate. Every defensive guy, they watch tape in their own ways. But linebackers, well, they're a little bit like quarterbacks. They got to develop that sixth sense by watching that tape so they can diagnose and get home in a hurry like he just did.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Let's go now.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31. An option give to Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Cowboy 80s. Here we go. Shot.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Commanders looking for a score before halftime.
Down. Panther 60.
Daniels throwing on third. Getting out to his left. He's got it near the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Nothing on that play, and now we have second and goal.
Got it. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready,
He'll try to do it himself. And there was no place to go. He blew that run up at the line. It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for third down.
Ready.
Eckler. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Commanders earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. On the return, here's Irving. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Baker out of the pistol. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the Commanders will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. He steps in front and picks it off. Looked like he missed the spot there,